Right, I'm going to talk about GME. I would say that I didn't know about this company past year. I just learned this. I just know about this company 2 weeks ago. So GameStop is an American video game. Did I invest in it? Not really. I wish I. Actually, what I want to say is that when I'm making the part, okay, I will answer this question later. So GameStop is an American video game, consumer electronic, and gaming merchandise retailer. You can see that the stock price at the in the old day is around $10, go up 60 and down, and then 60 and then down, all the way down. I would say these companies, many people say that these companies have no hope because people actually buying some products online, and there's no point for them to have them retail shop there. So people expect that this type of company is going to go broke soon because everyone go to Amazon to buy stuff. But then one thing's very strange. It actually increased from $3 to almost $20 till 11th of January. So it means it increased by almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increased by almost 600% from its lowest for the past 6 months. It's ridiculous, right? So, but what is the reason behind? So there are several reasons. The shares actually not only triple but also 6-fold. Several reasons. For example, people expect that there's a sales of next generation gaming console. So it means it's referring to which one? The next generation gaming console is referred to which product? Okay, very good. PS5, but I don't think PS5 has a lot of profit margin to the company, and I don't really think that they got a lot of inventory. So, and the second reason is that there is a action by actives, so including Kohi. So he is actually a big investor, and he has some plan to change the company. So that's why people expect this type of so-called good news and drive the price. But actually, GameStop is not that good at least in 24th December. Its third quarter earnings were disappointing. So it means that even though in third quarter we have PS5, but it seems that the earnings is still bad. The company was also said it plans to sell stock through at the market offering. So it means that the company want to sell stock. So usually when the company think that their market price is undervalued, they will not sell stock. So it means that when you find that the company is going to sell stock, it's a bad news. It just simply means that the company find that the current price is overpriced. So in this case, as a rational investor, what should you do? Sell, right? So that's why there are a lot of short selling. I'm going to talk about short selling later, but in short, if you find that a stock is good, what can you do? You buy it right now, you sell it later. This common, right? You think HSB is good, you buy it right now, sell it at a high price. But how about when you find that a company is very bad? Then we call it short sell. So in Hong Kong we call it 沽空. We call it 沽空. So short sales. So it means you just sell first and then buy later. So how can you sell first? You cannot make short sell. So it means that you cannot just say that I want to sell something. You need to have something to sell it. So that's why usually you borrow from someone to sell it. Because it's a gaming company. So by the way, do you know what Reddit is? Anyone use it? Again, I didn't use it before. I just heard about this. So in case you use it, can you tell me what type of information you're looking for there? If you use it, or me, okay. What type of information or what type of? Yeah, it's similar to foreign lintang, all right. Okay, me. Gaming, and actually there are a group of, I guess, gamers or like those like animation there. And that's because GME is actually doing gaming business. So I would say that some people have love on this company. But unfortunately, so some people there actually keep posting that they are going to buy GME, but then they find that someone is short selling, and the short sell interest keep increasing. So that's why, like this one, like this post, as we have seen, there has been a lot of dude going on with short selling on GME. So actually their anger on those taking short position. But unfortunately, so it's been 20, but then it jumped to 40. So actually it's just last week, long time ago. It's just last week, and then go to 45. 20 is already overpriced, but how come it comes to 45? And then in this time, a hero come in. A hero from Chiron Research say that I'm going to live stream the 5 reasons why GameStop buyer at this level are the suckers at this poker game. So what's the meaning of suckers at this poker game? So usually means those who are inexperienced and is not knowledgeable. So those people buy there is not knowledgeable. So at the current time, it's just around 40, and then the research center expected to stop back to 20 very fast. We understand short interest better than you. They know more than Reddit. No, Reddit is just keyboard 4, and we'll explain to you. Thank you for the view. So what's happened after his podcasting? Then a lot of posts in Reddit say that this guy is doing something, and then going to post. So in the past, usually after this type of announcement, the stock price usually pump because people believe in this type of professional, expert, analyst. He is well reasonable, right? Stock valuation, ratio analysis, the ratio is very high. It makes sense, right? And so now it's a battle between a smart guy, professional, hero, and versus those keyboard warriors. Now I want to ask you a polling. Let's make a guess. Which side is going to win in this year, in this week? So previously the price is 40. So after his announcement, you expect that the stock price to go up or down. Let's take a look at what's happening in the real world. So let's go to GME. GME, okay, GameStop. Okay, so currently 350, after hours 290. It means it's around 290, but it's still far above the price that so one day. Okay. Oh, is it this one? No, not really. You can see that this is 21st. So 21st is around 40. 21st is around 40. And then after his announcement on that day, jump up even higher, and higher. So it means if he's short, okay, so first I want to come up with some, so what's the risk? I would say that for Reddit. So let's talk about the risk. So which side has higher risk? If you buy GME, what is the highest percentage loss you can have? If you buy GME, what is the highest percentage loss you can have? 100%, right? So if you take a short position like this guy, what is the theoretically, what is the maximum percentage loss you can have? If you are taking a short position, what is the maximum percentage loss you can have? Infinite, right? For infinite, right? Because if so you may think that 350 is ridiculous, but actually can go to 3,500 and even 35,000. As long as when people want to sell it, it can all the way up. So that's just very risky. In the past, I also do some short selling, but I would say that it's extremely risky. I don't really suggest people to do that. There's several ways for you to take a bearish view, like put, but better not go for short selling. Why? Then we have to ask why. So for those people who buy, I would say that the risk is not that much. They just like to go to casino. You buy big or you buy small and then you get money. So it's 1 for 1 or even. But for those short sellers, even it goes to 20, they just earn 50. But now, if it's increased from 40 to 350, they already lost 700%. So 50% for 700%. Actually, no people will expect that this company can go to 350 because you can see that now the market cap is already 10 billion. I would say that actually in this, I didn't buy this company. I'm making this PowerPoint this date. And then I find that even after 3 days, it dropped a lot. But just like gamble, it's just like a lot of people speculating. But what I want to say here is that GameStop stock hit record high as Reddit group caused the mayhem, and then the stock stopped trading. But I want to explain why. I want to explain why the price can go up a lot. Why come a price can go up? But then I want to talk about short squeeze. Short squeeze is one of the reasons that drive up the price. So now I want to talk about how an investor can short sell a company. For example, let's say the total shares is 100 shares, right? And so let's say if you want to short sell your shares, what can you do? You cannot just say that I sell to some guys because you don't have the shares. You cannot transfer the shares to other guys. So in this case, you would like to borrow from another guy, and usually you are not borrowing from Mr. A. You are borrowing from the brokerage firm in Mr. A. So you're borrowing for shares from brokerage firm, and then you sell it to B. So after let's say you borrow 50 shares and then you sell the 50 shares to Mr. B. So in this case, the outstanding, the short interest would be 50 shares. So what is the maximum amount of the short interest that can exist in the market? What's the maximum amount of the short interest that can exist in the market? There are 100 shares outstanding. So what's the maximum amount that the people can short sell? Okay, 100, very good. But how come actually why GameStop rise a lot? Because the short sell interest is 158. So here I want to show you another. So let's go to Google. Short interest ratio. So you can see that. So why this company rise a lot? Because the short interest is 138. 138. How come a short interest can be 138? So let's go back to this analysis. So let's say another B. He also wants to sell. So he borrow the remaining 50 and then sell to C. But it's not the end of the story. Oh, all right, good. So actually people, let's say D, can borrow here. D cannot borrow from A again because A already lent out all his shares. But then D can borrow from C and then sell it to the market. So that's why technically the short interest can be more than outstanding. But when the short interest is more than outstanding, then it creates trouble. So first we need to know about the mechanism of short sales. So you may wonder how come that a lot of companies is willing to offer zero commission fees to you. You can see a lot of companies like is it Futo? Is Futo commission free? I didn't use Futo. No, okay. But for example, for some companies like IB, First Trade, Sophie, they offer zero commission. So why? Because when the brokerage firm has your shares, they can lend your share out to make profits, and it's one kind of revenue that they can generate. Then in this case, you can see that if, let's say, if the price are increased a lot and A want to sell, what will happen? If A want to sell, then the brokerage firm will call Mr. B. please, now I want to call back the shares. The brokerage firm can always call back the shares. And in this case, B need to buy the shares back from the market. When B buy back the shares, it will drop the price. When the price is higher, many short sellers will get my margin call. So they forced to close their position. So they keep, so it means that that's why we call it short squeeze. We are going to squeeze those people who hold short position. So it means if you know that a stock has a short interest of more than 100%, then it's a good opportunity for some hedge fund. I would say that not only Reddit, just like what he say is that I guess some hedge funds also in play. So it's going to squeeze those short sellers, and in this case, they will drop the price. So what there are two lessons that we learned from this interesting phenomenon is that first, is there any fair price? Is there any fair price? In this class, we talk about when you project the cash flow, we do discounting, we compare ratio, we come up with a fair price. But it seems that it may not be the case. Just like painting. Do you know which painting I'm referring to? It's a famous painting. Yes, it seems that my drawing skill is quite close to Van Gogh. Okay, so right, the Scream. So the Scream, the current price is more than 300 million US dollars. But you can actually still print it out. I only pay 30 Hong Kong dollar. You can print it out and have one. But why people like to buy the real one? As long as some people are really into it, then it have a value. Just like for GME, when some people keep buying, just like those people convinced by Reddit, don't start selling. Just like Bitcoin is like case, when a group of people give a valuation, then it has a valuation. So I would say that right now the market seems to, at least for large companies, okay, but for many small stock, it seems that it's hard for us to use so-called equity valuation to do value. So that's why I always get some question from students that they have something about the stock they want to get some advice from me. I say that I have no opinion. Usually for small stock, mostly drive up or down by emotion. So maybe better for you to study a cycle to understand their behavior.